These are some Holy Grail hats here. We've got the single line stitch Los Angeles Rams, San Jose Sharks, and the NWA Los Angeles Kings original sports specialties with all the tags. Really, truly an amazing collection of hats. We got some other ones, but I wanted to kind of go into how these hats are actually kind of dirty, and I'll give you guys a closer look right now. But it's a little scary to think about cleaning hats like this because they're a little bit more expensive than your generic hat. I mean, like this hat I'm wearing, these hats right here, these hats are a little bit pricier than normal hats. So I'm going to jump right into trying to get these three cleaned. I'll give you guys a close-up look of how dirty they are, and we'll go from there. So here we've got the Los Angeles Rams hat, and as you could see, it is very, very dirty. It's got a lot of dust buildup, not only around the inner edge of the top side of the brim, but the back of the center cap as well is carrying a lot of dirt. And then we switch over to the San Jose. This one's going to present a little bit more trouble here. It looks like it's got dirt kind of hovering in the fabric there, and it kind of goes down. It almost looks like it fell on the floor or somebody stepped on it. And then as you can see here, it almost looks like there's a little bit of paint in there. And you look under, and it's actually through the inside of the hat. So you can see that black coming through there. And we get to the Holy Grail hat, the LA Kings NWA Eazy-E vintage snapback by Sports Specialties. And as you can, again, you could see very dirty right in here around the edges. And I mean, on the whole brim itself is carrying a lot of dirt. And again, right up here in the top by the center cap, a lot of dirt. But all in all, the hat is in great condition. It almost seems like it never was worn, but that it was put away and the dust buildup just started to accumulate on the outside. But I'm going to try and go ahead and get these cleaned. I've got my utensils here, simply a toothbrush. And I just cleaned a Dodgers hat earlier, and we used this spray and wash. It's outside cleaning right now. I'll give you guys a look at that in a second. But let's take a look at how this goes. Here we go, guys. So I'm going to start with this Rams hat. And like I said, you're only going to need a toothbrush and water, unless you're dealing with some kind of deep stain. Maybe you wore the hat out and you got one of those brown spots on the top. But remember, as you're cleaning these hats, less is more. The less that you have to do to these hats, the better. The less aggravation or irritation that you have to cause around the logo or the stitchings itself, the better. Again, these hats, they all looked to be pretty much in brand new condition. The problem was, I think that the original owner had sat them on the shelf in a display type of situation. And over time, they collected dust, and then more dust started piling on top. Now, in regards to this San Jose hat, like I said, there was some areas that were really thick. So I sprayed it with this spray and wash, and I let it sit and soak for a little while. And I decided to move on to the King's hat, which again, you have to be very cautious when you're doing these. You don't want to damage the hats when you're cleaning them, especially on a hat that's so expensive. Like this King's hat right here is minimum value about $350. The couple that are available online are asking somewhere around $1,600 to $1,000. So you want to be very cautious. Less is more in regards to cleaning these hats. Just get in between the crevices, try to remove the dust, and here we go trying to remove that spray and wash, and I'm trying to pick out some of the dirt and the black spot that's in that San Jose hat. But you know what? All in all, I think the hats ended up coming out great. I actually just listed the Sharks hat today for sale on eBay, got multiple offers, and sold it for $100, and it should be shipping out today. So alright guys, thanks for sticking with the video. I just finished cleaning up the hats. Let's go ahead and take a closer look and see how they turned out. But again, when it comes to cleaning hats, less is more. The less you have to do to them, hopefully they're cleaner than dirtier. So let's take a look and see how they came out. And here's a closer look at the three hats that we actually just picked up. They are a lot cleaner than they were when we picked them up. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was There was dirt all over this hat, all over the top. And as you can see, it's a lot cleaner now. No more dust. The logos are all super bright. You know, obviously there's only so much you can do, you know, when it comes to things like this. Some of the strings are coming out. You know, you could see them there. But again, when you get close to the logos, you want to try to be as cautious as possible. And again, you want to be careful around your tags, because these tags are some of the more important things. These hats were all reproduced in the 2000s, you know, but these ones come from the 90s. And you can tell by the orange NHL logo here for the Sharks hat. But as you can see, I mean, look how clean it is. And remember, there was that black paint spot. It will not come out. But again, we're not going to try and aggressively remove it. I think it adds a little bit of character to the hat. Let's go ahead and check out the OG Rams hat here. Ooh, yeah, you see we still got a little bit of dirt here. But again, these hats, after being cleaned, are going to look almost brand new. Logos, stitch lines. I mean, you could see there's still a little bit of dust on here, but dust is not the problem. It's making sure that there's no stains and removing all the stuff that's caked into the fabric itself. But there you go. I hope you guys liked this little video on how to lightly clean some of your more expensive hats. You know, cheaper hats, you could just throw them in the washing machine, and there you go. All right, guys. See you later.